Today's horoscope from Academy, Gemini, May 19, 2025. Your personal life or domestic world seems to demand a new approach. As the Sun and Uranus align in your solar house of home, heart, and family today, the desire to grow, improve, and change can be intense, or changes seem to come your way, making adjustments necessary. The directions you take as a result can be rewarding, perhaps even leading to some nice opportunities. It's possible that you need disruptions to your routines for your life to move forward. Falling back on the same old conditioned approaches or habits in relationships will only serve to frustrate you today. So aim to make progress with a new style or plan. This way, you might break out of the mold that others have created for you. Partnership matters can be very favorable today, particularly if independence and individuality are emphasized and honored. Mental restlessness is likely now, but it also encourages you to stretch your mind. While it's not the time to divulge sensitive information, it's a fine time for discovery, particularly along mental or intellectual lines. Major friction and disappointments could arise around partnerships for you today. Mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger planet of the mind and communication, spins across the sky from you in your solar house of home, family, and domesticity. However, he will clash with a feisty Mars. This means you'll likely have a heated exchange and face lousy news with your significant other around one of these themes. Don't charge into the battle. Let the storm pass. You don't exactly feel like staging a retreat, but you definitely need to take a more conservative stance for a short while, especially with finances. You are thought of as a rather reserved person, but in fact you can be intense and passionate, too. With today's planetary alignment, your passions could easily catch fire. Expect to look and feel your best, and to surprise yourself with what you are ready and willing to accomplish. Your energy is high and easily directed toward positive expression. You more than anyone realize that taking great care of yourself is sexy. So, don't skip your daily workout, it's a money-making day. The essence of this vibration is one that prefers the active pursuit of financial ambitions and career goals. If you've been thinking about making a change in your career or tackling a new endeavor, this is the day for it. If it's been a while since you've reviewed your goals, take the time to do so today. Be sure that you are heading in the direction that will take you to the accomplishment you desire. After 3 months in your income sector, the Dwarf Planet series leaves today, ending her last deep dive into your income needs and priorities for another 4 years. With Saturn not only leaving later next week, but until later in the year, ending 15 years of continuous planetary activity on the income side of the financial fence. This will leave you with a better sense of where to channel the remaining days of his resolve to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes. Meanwhile, this will see Ceres join the 4 planets already in your communication sector to update your communication needs and priorities. Since Mars returned to your relationship sector last month, he has been making waves, and especially when it comes to putting a balance between your own and your relationship needs on notice. However, this has come with extraordinary support from the planets in your communication sector, including from Venus, the planet of love. That number swells today, when the Dwarf Planet series returns to begin her first deep dive into your communication needs and priorities in 4 years. Gemini, your voice matters, use it with care. Your quote of the day: words shape more than thoughts, they shape futures. Your color of the day is butter yellow, bright and agile. Lucky numbers: 3, 5, 11. Communication opens doors today, especially when you're sincere. Avoid spreading yourself too thin. A connection may blossom if you stay present. Say what you mean, nothing more, nothing less. Our eyes in the sky. Welcome to your tarot reading for May 19, 2025. Take a deep breath and let yourself settle into this moment. Whether you're checking in with your heart or simply looking for some direction in your day, you've arrived right on time. The messages in this reading aren't just predictions, they're gentle mirrors for your inner world, offering clarity, encouragement, and the reminder that you are not walking your path alone. Today's cards are the Empress, Knight of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and Ace of Swords. These 5 bring together themes of creativity, emotional flow, long-term abundance, inner strength, and mental breakthroughs. Let's explore the messages they hold for you. We begin with the Empress, a card that radiates nurturing, creativity, and deep connection with life's natural rhythms. This is your reminder to slow down enough to hear your own inner voice and trust it. The Empress energy encourages you to care for yourself as you would a beloved friend or a blooming plant, tenderly, consistently, and with love. Whether it's tending to your body, your space, your relationships, or your ideas, this card asks, where in your life can you soften today? Maybe it's letting yourself rest without guilt. Maybe it's cooking a meal with care or spending a few minutes outside with your bare feet on the ground. Honor the part of you that craves nourishment and beauty. It matters more than you think. Next is the Knight of Cups, the romantic, the dreamer, the heartfelt messenger. This card often signals movement in your emotional life, either through a person who brings you a message from the heart or through your own intuition calling you towards something meaningful. You might feel drawn today to express your feelings, reach out to someone, or pursue a creative passion that brings you joy. The Knight doesn't wait for permission to feel, he simply follows what moves him. Have you been brushing aside something your heart has been trying to say? Today is a good time to listen. And if you feel inspired to create, write, paint, sing, or even daydream, lean into it. That's your soul knocking, moving into grounding energy. We have the Ten of Pentacles. This is one of the most abundant cards in the deck, representing not just material wealth, but the legacy you're building and the roots you're laying down. It reminds us that true security isn't just about money, it's also about community, belonging, and knowing that your efforts contribute to something lasting. You might be thinking long-term today about home, family, or what kind of life truly feels meaningful to you. Trust that the work you're doing now, even the small everyday actions, are shaping a future that supports you deeply. And if you felt uncertain, this card is your affirmation. You're building something real, and you are supported. Then we have the Nine of Wands, the card of perseverance. You may be tired. You may feel like you've been fighting uphill for some time. But this card arrives not to say, give up, but to say, you're so close. It honors your resilience. It doesn't ignore the difficulty, but it reminds you that your strength is not in your ability to avoid hardship, but in your choice to keep going anyway. If you're feeling like today is just another step in a long journey, pause and take stock of how far you've already come. You're more capable than you think. Rest if you need to. Breathe. And know that this is not the end, it's a turning point. Finally, we close with the Ace of Swords, the spark of mental clarity and truth. If something's been foggy, whether in your mind, in a conversation, or in a decision you've been sitting on, this card brings the sharpness needed to cut through confusion. You might receive a powerful insight today, or suddenly know what needs to be said or done. The Ace of Swords doesn't sugarcoat, it speaks clearly and with purpose. It invites you to stand in your truth, and trust that even uncomfortable clarity is better than staying stuck. Say what needs to be said, especially to yourself. This is a day for bold honesty and liberation. So, what's the story today? You're being asked to nurture what matters. Follow your emotional truth, honor your long-term dreams, keep showing up even when it's hard, and speak your clarity into being. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're becoming every single day, often in ways you don't even notice. And the world is better because of it. Now I want to hear from you. What part of this reading landed with you most? Are you in a season of planting, protecting, or speaking your truth? Have you had a moment recently where something just clicked in your mind or heart? Share your story in the comments. You never know who might find comfort in your words. And above all, remember, you are allowed to be a work in progress and still be proud of how far you've come. Keep walking with intention. You're not alone and you are more powerful than you know.